Hey there, SqueezeMobillionaire. How you guys doing? All right, guys, and welcome to today's training webinar. All right, so before anything else, I'd like to know if you guys can see my screen okay and hear me okay. Hey, Kathy. Nice for you to join us. All right, so for those of you guys in the U.S., happy 4th of July. All right, so I do think it's is that right, guys? Cool, awesome. So how's the barbecue and the fireworks and just everything that comes along with the 4th of July and what do you know? It's the weekend. All right, cool, guys. All right, so let's get down to business. Sorry, all right. So since you guys can hear me okay and see my screen okay, so let's get down to business, guys. So all right, so today's topic is going to be all about SMS marketing again, and it's for all this stuff, all this stuff that we've discussed over the past few weeks. So we'll try to get those things together, and then finally execute those campaigns. And for this is going to be the last webinar where our topic will be SMS marketing for quite some time, guys. So yep. So all of those knowledge, all of those things that we have learned and discussed in the past. So we will get them, get all of those together, and then finally we will execute some campaigns of our own, and prepare those campaigns, and actually do it. All right, guys. So if you have not tried out SMS marketing, or if you've already done, this is the time where we put all of those stuff that we discussed into practice. All right, so what are our goals today? All right, so here are our objectives for today's webinar. So how to execute an SMS marketing campaign, and how you will grow your subscriber list, how you set up those campaigns. So we're going to be setting up, or I'm going to be going into the platform, and then I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up autoresponders, coupons, how to send out text messages with actual messages on them, and then how to do some appointments and stuff like that. All right, and also A/B testing how-tos, how to do those A/B testing, split testing, so that you could further push that campaign of yours into a different level, and make sure that the money you're spending is well spent. All right, so let's get on with it, guys. All right, so executing campaigns. All right, so let's talk about executing campaigns. This is like the whole objective of this webinar. How do you do that? How do you how do you really execute that campaign? What are the stuff that you need to do to start these campaigns? That's the question that we're going to be asking. What are those components that you need to look at and plan out, so that you can finally get one of these campaigns started, or if you have already started them, then maybe you'll check out what we'll be discussing today to what you have been doing, and compare those, and see you might have missed something. All right, or you might be doing something differently. Then you can test out, see which ones you like better, or which ones you're more comfortable with. All right, so well, of course, what do you need? You need your SMS marketing platform, which you guys already have, and of course a client that you have closed. All right, so today we're going to look at two businesses. All right, so one is a restaurant. It's called The Knife Restaurant in Miami. All right, and the other one is a spa. It's Amy's Day Spa in Tampa. All right, so we've searched those. So we've searched those actually in Facebook. So here's that restaurant, the Knife Restaurant. It's more of like a steakhouse, all right, with an Argentine type of feel to it. And I'm sure, they're all excited and happy because Argentina's in the World Cup and everything and still winning. All right, so yeah, so this is actually, a great place to be in at this time because of that World Cup. All right, so here's their Facebook page. All right, well, yeah, it's pretty there. All right, so the information is here, and then we have their website. All right, so it's steakhouse, all very meaty. If you're a vegan, probably you're not going to be, you're not going to enjoy these. But anyway, all right. So the next one is Amy's Day Spa. All right, so we'll be looking closely into these two businesses. All right, so this is a day spa. This is spa Facebook page. Or yeah, they got all of those, Facebook essentials going on there. And here is their website. All right, so well, right now we don't care if the website is mobile friendly or not, or whatever. Or I will just focus into SMS marketing and creating an SMS marketing campaign for them. All right, so those are the two businesses that we'll look very closely today. All right, so let's move on now. All right, so we got that ready. We have the business that we want. We have the business that we've closed. All right, we've already talked to the owner, and we already have like some sort of an idea on how we're going to execute the campaign. All right, so now, all right, it's time to build the list. All right, so what do we do? How do we build it up, and what do we do? And if you guys have an idea on, how should we do this, I'd just like to know. Yeah, just give me a few answers there. How do we build up the list? Since that's going to be very important when it comes to SMS marketing. It's all about the list, all about the people who has opted in. All right, so let's move forward. All right, so how do we build that list? All right, so the first thing that we're going to be looking at is actually, target existing fans. So, all right, so where do we get those existing people? All right, so Facebook is one, Twitter, and email subscribers. So if we look at, the Knife Restaurant, how many likes do they have on Facebook? They got 12,000. All right, so pretty big for probably a lot bigger for, for a local restaurant. It's not really local. All right, and then Amy's Day Spa, we have 403 likes. All right, so we do have, for these two businesses, we do have quite the, quite the number of initial fans that we're going, initial fans that we could target to make them opt in. All right, so Twitter, and email subscribers if they already have that, and if you talk to the business owner and then they send you out the list of, the email list that they have. All right, so it is likely, that these businesses have some sort of supporters out there on social media, or they have already built up an email newsletter list. Okay, so all right, so what's the advantage of having to contact these people first, right? So these, the group, they're in their Facebook page, the likers, their followers, they have already shown willingness to communicate, with the business. So it is best that we should start there. All right. So how do we, how do we interact with them? How do we tell them? How do we tell people about the SMS campaign that we're going to start. So for example, let's head on to the Facebook page. All right, so here's the Facebook page of that restaurant, that Argentine steakhouse. All right, so what do you see there? They got the cover photo, they got the news feed stuff right there, and it's very, it is like 4 hours ago. So this they are active on Facebook. So however, if you would like to have that type of, for your SMS marketing, start it off, of course, if you'd like to start off with that, the cover photo, you should put in, like the short code, and then the keyword and the short code, right? And then, from time to time, you'd like to post about, that SMS campaign, that SMS opt-in that you have, whatever it is, onto the news feed. All right. Also, you could create some custom forms, all right, so that you could get opt-ins from Facebook. All right. On Twitter, on Twitter, example, if the business has a Twitter account, then you could also do the same on the cover photo. Post in the keyword and the short code, and then regularly tweet that you have offers, you have exclusive mobile offers, ready for people who has opted in to your campaign. Also for email subscribers, all right, so you will need a strong call to action, so readers can take action. So you could probably send out an email that tells everybody that, hey, we got this new SMS campaign. If you want to view some exclusive mobile offers, then why don't you try and opt in? Here's our keyword, and send it to the short code. All right, so exactly what I've been saying, what to display in all of these, not all of these, Facebook, Twitter, and the email. All right, so make sure you display the keyword and the short code. All right, make sure you display that keyword, short code, to make customers opt in. Also, an incentivized offer, after those people opted in. So you want to incentivize those people who are going to opt into your offers. And I'll explain in a bit why you need to do that. All right, so for example, all right, so for the knife restaurant, we got the short code 25 knife. All right, so it's all about, like a 25% on all steaks and beers during the World Cup. So, during the course of the World Cup schedule, you're going to give away, 25% exclusive for SMS members. All right, for Amy's Day Spa, Amy's Spa 10, and that's a $10 discount on any nail treatments or whatever it is, whatever it is that you have agreed with the owner. All right, so looking at into our platform, how do you do that? So just to select the keywords, so click on keywords. All right, so I've already done these for you. So you just type it here, like 25 knife, and then just lease it, and then it will appear right there. So well, forgive me, we do have a bit of past keywords there that we've been using. So there's 25 knife, right? You guys can see that, and then Amy Spa 10. All right, so did you guys see those keywords that we've set up? All right, cool, awesome. All right, so tip number 2, guys. So incentivize. All right, so a good reason for customers to sign up, for your text alerts is so that they can receive offers or discounts, right? So it's the only reason why why customers would sign up, because you have those offers and discounts. And especially if you're like we said, to make mobile offers or SMS marketing offers exclusive to members of your list. All right, so encourage signups with exclusive mobile discounts, and offers from the get-go. So, you don't just say they opt in to your SMS list, so that they'll be able to get future discounts and offers, right? From the get-go, right there, opt into our list because you're going to get this. You're going to get this discount. You're going to get this freebie. You're going to get this, whatever sale we have here. All right. So in the early stages, of your SMS campaign, so that's where we are right now. We're building it up. All right. So I see you're building up the list. So we're building up the list. All right. So starting with low value offers can really help drive traffic. All right. So what does that mean? All right. So yeah, like in our example, that 25% off, 25% discount, and then that $10 discount. That's what this low value offers mean. All right. So once you've got people opted in, all right, you can try to leverage the spend and get campaigns or the buy one get one campaigns. All right. So when you have a lot of people on the list, then you can try to explore different types of incentivization methods. So you buy this, you can get this for free. If you buy one and get one, you buy one get one campaigns. Basically, that's what this is. All right. So also when you have people on the list already, once you have built up your list, all right, so your incentives don't always have to be monetary. All right, you can still have an effective SMS campaign by offering non-monetary incentives. So what are these non-monetary incentives? So it will sound, sometimes, yeah, it does sound weird that, it's not, the incentives you're giving out is not monetary, but sometimes, it does work. Just have to find that right mix of, what type of offers are you going to be offering. So the first on the list there is personalization. All right, so what that means is, just say to your customers, hey, we'll notify you when your favorite item comes in. All right, so different people personalize your approach to everybody, and then let them know if if what they're looking for is already available on your store. Also, reminders, so your shipment will be delivered today. So constant reminders if you're shipping out products, if if the business you're working with is shipping out products or something. All right. Also engagement. All right. You let them tell you how you can help them. And of course, people like that. People like to feel that they're special and all of that. When when you tell them, tell us how we can help you. Also, access. All right, so you can incentivize people on your list. If you give them, special, early bird access to a special product or a special event, or because they are simply, a loyal SMS subscriber, and they'll love that. People will love that. People will think of it as an incentive, of being in your SMS list. All right. So also offer them privileges. So here is this special thing that we only share with our SMS VIP. So you can give them something. You make sure that you treat them differently as to just regular customers. Of the business. All right. So going back into the businesses that we're setting up. So we're looking at to the knife restaurant. So since we're going to be starting out, we'll look at those, value offers first. So 25% discount on steaks and beers during that World Cup period. Also, for the spa, it's the $10 discount that I mentioned earlier. All right, and then as we build up that list, then we try to explore other incentivization methods. All right, so tip number 3, go offline. All right, so what does that mean? Well, yeah, signing up for SMS alerts, it's quick, it's easy. All you need is your phone, and you can almost do it from anywhere, right? Because all you need is your mobile phone. All right. However, there is no reason why you should just limit yourself to online opt-ins or mobile opt-ins. All right, or why just limit yourself with online and mobile forms to spread your keyword and shortcode, when you can always do it offline. All right, so you will be amazed by how many people see your keyword and your shortcode in offline methods compared to as your website, your Facebook page, your Twitter, your emails. All right, so you make sure when you start off your campaign, make sure that you post your keyword and shortcode everywhere. So yeah, in-store displays, on your receipts, if you have those, if you have the capability to add something onto your receipts, do that. All right, print ads. All right, if you're still doing newspaper and stuff like that, you can also do that. Product packaging. All right, if you have a product or something, like for this example, we're looking into like that restaurant, the knife restaurant, then you could in their doggy bags or whatever. All right, even the like paper towels, something like that. You could put in that just you yeah so that your keyword and short code is out there and visible to everybody, right? You can also put in flyers, brochures, t-shirts, right? Coupons, and basically just about anywhere we can think of, anywhere where you can place that short code and keyword, just put it in there and let it out, let people know that you have an SMS campaign. All right, what you also want to do is, ask everybody if they're subscribed, like at the register or online. When people ask information, make sure you let them know that you have this campaign going on. Also, every customer contact should include an invitation to join your SMS subscriber list. All right, so make it a part of the routine, and the business culture that for everybody working there. Everybody working there who has customer contact, of course, should always put that into consideration, that that you have an SMS campaign and you're building up a list, and you should mention that to just about anybody, and it it, it doesn't cost you anything, if you tell customers that, and every opt-in is going to be it's going to be worth it in the end. All right, so 4th tip, make it simple. All right, it's best to pick a short single word that's easy to remember. All right, so this is for the short code. This is for the keywords. This is for the keywords that you're going to be putting on, or you're going to be using for your campaign. So pick a short word and pick one that's easy to remember. So what we did was like 25 knife on our end, right, for that restaurant, steakhouse, and then the Amy Day 10 or Amy Spa 10 for that spa business. All right. Also, very important trick, guys. All right. So you test to see what a device autocorrect does to the keyword you have selected. So uh, try it out on different devices, try it out with the autocorrect on, and see what happens. It's like earlier I was looking into some of this autocorrect stuff, and then there was a keyword that says froyo, for frozen yogurt, FROYO. All right, and then when they put it into the autocorrect of the phone, it says group. All right, so there, you got a problem. All right, so if the one's texting you has that autocorrect on and they want to opt in, right, and they'll have a hard time doing it because group instead of froyo, groups gonna come out of there, and they'll just have to repeat. And sometimes uh, people will get frustrated when they see that it's not working for them the first time, then they won't try it again. All right, so how do you pick your keywords? So keep it short. All right, avoid special characters and make it memorable. Just 3 simple tips there. And anyway, you can have any keywords, doesn't really matter, as long as just keep it short, no special characters, all letters and numbers, and make sure that it's related to the business, so that the customers, especially those loyal ones, will remember those easily. All right, so if you're not providing information or offers that your audience finds useful, you lose the subscribers and discourage new signups. So that's a 5th tip. So you should deliver good content always. All right, you should always deliver good content. You should always make it a point that you deliver good content to your list, so that no one's going to opt out. All right, and then people will always sign up, because one of your best friends there is also word of mouth marketing. When you are, especially in a community, when you're doing things locally, and the business is also doing things, the business you're working with is doing things locally, then if a customer is very much satisfied with what you're working on, with what you churn out for your campaigns, what you do with your campaigns, what texts you send out, what offers you send out, then they can easily tell their neighbor or someone they know, hey, why don't you try this out? This is really cool. They gave me this discount, this exclusive to their SMS members, so why don't you try signing in, opting in? Just text this. It's easy, and you'll get this offer in a few minutes or a few hours after you opt in. All right, so you'll remember that word of mouth marketing is also your best friend, because you are doing things locally. All right, guys. All right, so it's good. Let's move on now to let's do it, and set up the autoresponders. All right, so we looked at, we've already created, we've already got the new keywords here. And what do you do next? All right, so you set up an autoresponder. All right, so just bear with me here for a minute, guys. All right, so how do you do that? So first you go into contacts. All right, so I've already added in one here for the knife restaurant. All right, so it's an opt-in type. So what I'll do is also I'll create one. So I'll just name it Amy Day Spa. Now this is an opt-in list. All right, and then you have that available keyword. Just move that to the assigned keywords. This one, the Amy Spa 10, the one we got earlier. Move that to the assigned keywords, and then just change up some stuff here, like the program sponsor. Then the brief description, you can make it as it. Just leave it as is. It should be okay. All right, and then just hit on save, and then there you have it. You have that new list. So what this list does is, if anybody texts 25 knife to 71441, then they get registered into this opt-in list. All right, and later on we'll see. You'll be able to see what you can do with this opt-in list. So if someone responds also from the Amy's Day Spa and texted in Amy Spa 10, to 71441, that's the short code, and then they'll get automatically into this list, which there will be some stuff here later that will make very good use of this list. All right, so let's do that. All right, so we've got the short codes. Now we've got the opt-in lists. All right, so now let's look at the autoresponder message. So what those are. So autoresponder messages, so they are auto replies, and they are customizable messages. All right, and they are automatically sent back to someone when they subscribe to your SMS list. All right, so what happens there is that here we'll click on autoresponders. All right, so we'll see here. This is actually nothing, not one of our campaigns. So we'll create a new one, and then we'll select text message. All right, so if someone opts in, and then if someone opts in to to a certain list, all right, and then this message, what we're going to be writing in on here, all right, it's going to be sent back to them. All right, so let's do this. All right, so let's go with the knife first. All right. All right, so let's just copy that. What I have here. All right, just search for that, guys, for a moment. Oh, all right, so we'll just have to copy paste that, so it's easier for us. All right, so here's our message. So get 25% off on all steaks and beers during World Cup game days at the Knife. All right, show to any staff to avail, exclusive to SMS members only. All right, so that's how our auto-respond message is going to appear. All right, so let's select, time from opt-in. You can select that, minutes, hours, days, weeks, and months. So let's just try, an hour after they opt in. Then this gets sent to them automatically. All right, so just hit on next, and then autoresponder name, all right, and the knife, since that is the campaign that we're building, and then we'll select the opt-in list here. This is what I'm talking about, of the opt-in lists. All right, and then hit on finish. All right, so if ever somebody opts in there, and then they get that message, they get that 25% discount message. All right, guys. And now this one is also for the day spa, Amy's Day Spa. So let's create a new one for that one. Text message, and then let's just copy that one. All right, actually that message says $10 off on any nail treatment for subscribing to our SMS alerts. So good for one treatment. Show the manager to avail. All right, so let's we could also set that to like 30 minutes after they opt in. That is also going to work too. Amy Spa. All right, and select the opt-in list here. Amy Day Spa. That's the opt-in list we've created. And just hit on finish. And there you go, guys. So we've got that autoresponder set up for both our campaigns. So is that clear, guys? Right, you guys got that one? As you guys follow me with the awesome. All right, Kathy says it's crystal clear. Awesome. All right, now let's so the autoresponder, all right, it's gonna do its job. All right, as long, our job now is, with the autoresponder set, our job now is to just make sure that we let that, keyword and short code visible. Make sure that it's visible, make sure that everybody's exposed to it, especially, the loyal customers of the business. All right, so now let's set up the promo texts, right, or the promo messages. All right, so take into account what we need to remember when we're sending SMS offers is we take into account relevant activities, that make sense for the business. So, like for example, today the 4th of July offer. So let's do some 4th of July offers. All right, so for the knife restaurant, let's do a 4th of July offer. So this is what we thought of. All right, so for the 4th of July offer for the restaurant is, they get a free dessert or coffee for every order of any grilled meats. So 4th of July special only. Now you make sure you stress that 4th of July special only, and enjoy the fireworks at the knife. Make sure you stress that, that it's an offer just for that day, and that is it is also pretty much, exclusive to the SMS subscribers, to the list. So how do we do that? How do we do that? So let's, for example, let's say we already have, a lot of people on our SMS list. All right. So here's here's that where we need to go is click on text message. I'll show you that again where that is. All right, text message. All right, and insert your text message here. All right, so they're ready. I just paste that one. All right, and then message destination. Make sure you click on the correct one. All right, and then you can send it now, or schedule it. All right, and then you just hit on send. And if you choose send now, hit on send, everybody on that list will receive your message, and will be able to avail of your 4th of July special offer. All right. So, well, I'm not going to send it here because the list is, we don't have anybody on the list at the moment. All right. So the same thing. All right, for Amy's Day Spa. All right. So we'll change it up a bit here. So it's 4th of July special today only for SMS members. Get a free manicure and pedicure if you get a 90-minute massage. All right. So why this? Well, looking at their business, looking at the menu of stuff that they offer, they actually have different massage lengths. All right. So what you want here, as you're not just sending out an offer, right? You're making sure that you're selling also something. And with this, what happens here is that you make sure that those who are thinking about getting the 30-minute version or the 60-minute version is upsold, and get the 90-minute version because of that free manicure and pedicure that you're offering. All right, so how do we do that? So let's just grab that message here. All right, and then just paste it. And you can also check the character count here. You can that is possible. Make sure you're within bounds of certain character counts. And here we've actually included the URL, just to change it up a bit. You can do that. You can do that because most of the phones, most of the phones that are using that people are using now are smartphones, and if you include URLs there, it's okay. And on if they're on their smartphone, then they'll be able to access the website anytime. And then if you have also a mobile one, that would be perfect as well. Right, so this one is for the Amy's Day Spa, so make sure in the opt-in list you select the correct one. All right, you can also post it on your Facebook wall if you find that necessary, and just hit on send, and the message should be sent out. All right, and then now the message should be sent out, and then just wait on those 4th of July people who are going to avail of the offer you just sent out. All right, so it's very easy, very simple, guys. All right, so how do you find it at this moment? All right, it's very easy, right, guys? Simple, it's easy, anybody can do it. All right, so also let's let's do another one that we call like a regular timing offer. All right, so what that is like for example, for instance, this is a spa, and people like to go there on like a regular basis. They like to do some stuff. They might get their hair done like once a month. They might like their manicure and pedicure every couple of weeks. So you make sure you take advantage of that cycle, or you could push it earlier a bit, instead of like people getting their hair done once a month. Why not every 3 weeks you send out an offer for haircuts, and for salon services. You send out an offer to make sure you push that time frame, push that schedule earlier, and then even though you offer discounts, then you'll have like more instances where they go to your salon, to Amy's Day Spa. All right, which also they also provide salon services. All right, so you push that time frame earlier, you push that schedule earlier, and then you got more people. Actually, you got more volume coming in. All right, so here's an example. So we'll call it Massage Mondays. All right, so they get a 10% discount on any massage service at Amy's Day Spa. So today only for SMS members. So visit their website for details. So simply just do that, text message. No need to save here when you're doing the text messages. All you need to do is just copy, paste. If you've already, if you have already written it down somewhere, and then select. This one is the important one. Just select the correct opt-in list. All right, and then just hit send, and the system will take care of it. And you'll have to worry about, you don't have to worry about anything. All right, so what you're going to be doing here is, so you can send this out like that Monday offer every other Monday, for timing, and then you can mix it up. You can do a different offer next Wednesday, like you can offer a different type of service. You can put a different type of service on offer. So you keep your offers fresh, throughout the week, throughout the month. And you have a variety of people coming in because of your offers. You're not just going to offer massages every day. If like Amy's Day Spa does have a whole lot of, like they do have a lot of services. So salon services, nail treatments, spa waxing, bronzing, and all these others. So you do have a lot of things to think about. You can do it, on a lot of different services that they offer. So you can also name offers, that you want to recycle, so your customers can easily remember them, like like Massage Mondays, all right, and Wax Wednesdays. And if you remember, I think that was last week where we talked about Orange and how they were able to change the behavior of people. So you'll have that same chance with your local community. All right. So now let's all right, so now we've got the text offers. All right, so everything clear about the text offers, guys? And how to send those, what you should do in the platform. All right, is that clear? Everything good there? So we can move forward to the next one. All right, excellent. Thank you, Kathy. All right, so time to set up mobile coupons. All right, so what are mobile coupons? Well, we know those physical coupons that we cut out from like newspapers and stuff, right? All right, now there's like a different version to that. So it is expected, that a majority of U.S. consumers will redeem a mobile coupon. All right, so 28% of people who own a mobile device has already redeemed a mobile coupon. So that means, that your mobile coupons will be redeemed, which means, more sales for businesses. All right, so let's look at a sample. So I've prepared a sample here for you guys. A mobile coupon. Here it is. So it's I prepared one already. Amy's Day Spa coupon. So this is what it looks like. All right, you can see that it's a $5 coupon, $5 off on any of Amy's Day Spa salon services, which expires on July the 11th. So that's about a week from now. All right, so $5 off. So how do you set that up? All right, so just name it. The product name will come out here on top. You can change colors. Right, this one is for the background here, and then this color for the front. So you can like change that here easily. See what happens there. All right, see how that goes. All right. And then the product slogan, you can type in anything you want that's related to your coupon offer. All right, so $5 off on any of Amy's Day Spa Salon services expires July the 11th. So what you type in here will appear on this part of the coupon. Right, and then you upload an image. Just select any image. So there's a size recommendation here. Or if you have a bigger one, it should be okay. The platform should be able to, size that down for you. This is actually a much bigger image. I just, put it on there just for testing. For the sake of testing, and, and the platform shrunk down for me. So should be, you should have no problems there. All right, so discount type. So you do have a lot of choices here. You can do a percent discount. You can do that buy get offer. You can do a free, really free, give out a freebie, free coupon, golden price, or a rebate. Right, you can change that green to colors there so that they know what they're getting. All right, and here you can change these stuff here, like but we're going to be using. Well, you can also use a QR code. But in our case, it's just a promo code which says Salon 5. All right, just hit on next. Now, on this page, all right, on this page, you can enable sharing to these platforms, Facebook and other social media stuff. And of course, the target opt-in list, so who is the list that you are going to send this to. So we'll select Amy Day Spa, all right, and then select the date here, expiration date, and then just hit on next. All right, just a review, a preview of what your coupon or how it looks like, and just hit on finish. All right, and then you can send that out. Now here, just click on this one and send out the coupon to the list that you selected to. So easy, very, very simple on how to do that and how to, eventually drive more sales, drive a lot of sales to the local business. And I'm sure, they will be very happy about that, as you drive more businesses, just drive more traffic, more customers to their business. All right, so now let's look at the appointment scheduler. So we're going to be leaving the two businesses that we have, all right, since this appointment scheduler is going to be, on a different type of niche in itself. All right, so what makes the appointment scheduler important? All right, so if an appointment doesn't show, you've just missed a chance to earn that extra revenue. All right, so let's look at, especially with lawyers, doctors, and dentists, where a single appointment can cost hundreds of dollars. So basically, a single appointment, a single patient, a single client, literally costs a fortune. So if one of them, if you missed one of them, or if that lawyer business or that doctor that you're working with, misses a lot of these appointments. So let's say they're charging $200 per appointment, and then they miss, like, per month they miss like 2 or 3 appointments, so that's like $600. You multiply that to a year. All right, so that's $7,200. That's really a fortune. So as much as possible, you don't want your lawyers, the doctors, the dentists to miss important appointments. All right, so what this does is this sends out text message reminders. All right, since it's a text message, it's less expensive, and less intrusive than automated phone messages. So there's also a different service that is voice phone messages. All right, so text is less expensive, less intrusive, and it's also still personal. All right, so phone call and SMS reminders, are more effective than email reminders. So way back, probably a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I've showed you some numbers on why you use SMS marketing and compared that with numbers from email marketing, on the percentage of people opening up their emails as compared to people reading texts on their phone. And there's really that discrepancy. All right, so we know that more people open up their SMS. More people open up texts more than their email. So people almost always answer their phones. All right, and also the good thing with SMS reminders is they're available for all kinds of phones. So be it a smartphone or feature phones. For those who couldn't, doesn't have smartphones yet, but they do have that. They do have older models, older phone models. That's not really much of a problem because they can still receive text messages, and it's just perfect for you, because this is basically SMS marketing, and we don't care if they're using smartphones or feature phones, as long as they have a way to receive those text messages, right? All right, so appointments, SMS appointments has been found the best way to reach patients on the go. All right, so it's pretty much tailor-made for doctors, dentists, and lawyers. All right, so probably there are a couple businesses that you could use this with that is not in the line of lawyers, doctors, and law and dentists. All right, but these three are the most like tailor-made for this type of service. All right, so for example, all right, we have here for a doctor. All right, so general healthcare, right? Like Dr. House says, you have an appointment July 9th, 10 a.m. All right, so you actually have in your appointment notebook, someone who has set an appointment on this day. So what you do, you go back to the platform, all right, and click on appointments. Here it is, appointments, and you just create a new one. All right, so appointment date, you can set this here, 09 July as to the message, or you can click on this button here to show a calendar some sort. Then I did say 10 a.m., right? So 10 a.m. and then send notification an hour prior to appointment, or you can change that half hour, an hour, 2 hours, depends on where you might know the patient is. If it's a bit far away, then you select 2 hours. All right, or send now. You can also have that option. All right, and then you enter the client's mobile number and then the first name, like Roger D. You can just say that, and all right, and then you can choose. If it's just a reminder, if they need to confirm, then the message after the message will say reply C to confirm, M to miss, B for behind schedule, R to reschedule, or a short confirmation that just says reply C to confirm, M to miss. And then you actually paste out. All right, that's the wrong message there. You just actually paste that message. Just let me get that message, guys. Give me one moment. All right, just paste it there, and then there you go. You got that instant SMS appointment. All right, the good thing is you can save it. If you have like a doctor client, then you can save it so that they can just easily change up the date, right? Because they will change up the name here anyway. All right, and then you can choose the opt-in list here, so you can select that opt-in list that you have created for the doctor client of yours and select it, and then just hit on send. All right, and then when you hit on send, it will automatically send out this SMS reminder, and you'll know if if that patient is coming or not. And like for example, all right, they will say if they need to reschedule or they are behind schedule, then you could adjust your schedule, and you have that power to adjust the schedule appropriately, so that you can have someone else coming in at the time where like Roger is supposed to come in. It's not going to cost you a fortune, because you'll still have that early warning whether they'll come or not. Yeah, and then you can fill that up. Fill up your schedule. All right, and the good thing is that when you do like the platform and you do white label it, this one, it's gonna give you that capability to let like your doctor client to do this himself. All right, just show him what I showed you, and then he'll have that ability to do it himself, and it should save him. It should get him that extra extra sales or extra fees that make sure that no fees is gonna go to waste because of a patient not coming to a planned appointment. All right. All right, so before we move on, guys, before we move on to the next section or to the next part of our discussion, so you get all stuff, all the things clear here from, autoresponders, text messages, coupons, and then appointment scheduler. Did you get, advantages? Is all clear to you guys? All those clear? All right, awesome, awesome, cool. All right, sounds good, guys. All right, well, Kathy's asking if the clients, well, no, Kathy, you can set up, you can set it up to have their own dashboard. You can set them up so that they have their own dashboard and they can do the appointments themselves. You can do that. I'll probably show you that in a bit later, but they'll have their own different dashboard. It's going to be different from yours. So they're not actually going to mess up with what your campaigns, your running campaigns are. Right? They'll have their own thing there that they can work with. All right, so let's get into the last part of of our webinar, of our training, and it's all about A/B testing SMS campaigns. All right. All right, so A/B split testing. Now, it's a method for testing two variations of a campaign to compare their performances. So why do we do this? Why do we do this, or why do businesses do this? And why do we want to do this? Right, because doing split testing, it helps boost ROI. All right. Also, the one thing that we like the result of doing this is it allows more marketing dollars to be invested in the messaging that drives the most sales. All right. So we'll make sure that we spend the least amount of money and we're getting the best returns possible. All right, that's why we do this. We compare and then eventually improve on the campaigns and see which ones are more efficient in getting us those sales. All right, so split testing makes optimizing future campaigns possible. All right, so whether your goal is to increase response rates, sales, reduce the unsubscribe rates, split testing, A/B testing is very simple. All right, so what you need to do actually when you do this, all right, so just write variations of the SMS message. So you'll have variation A, and then you'll have variation B. All right, what you also want to do is you want to split recipients into two lists. All right, so message A goes to one list, message B goes to the other. All right, so to track which campaign message generates which responses, all right, so two variations, you need to be able to track those. So one variation, will ask customers to text to a different short code, and then another variation B, will ask customers to text to two different short codes. All right, so the good thing about this is our platform, all right, the good thing with our platform is that it allows us, to use two different shortcodes. So keywords here, for example, you will be able to select different shortcodes. So if you're in the US, you have access to both, and you'll be able to do split testing. All right, so a part of the list, you make them subscribe to 71441, and the other part, you make them subscribe to 40691. Right, so that way you split them in two, and you can experiment on, which message you're going to be sending to, what type of message, what the tone and stuff is, that we will be discussing in a bit. We'll get to that too, of course. So, all right, so if two short codes, if two short codes cannot be used, all right, but fortunately for us, we can do that. We can use two short codes using our platform. All right, but this is just, a tip to you guys, just in case. All right, so the two messages should at least be sent, like a few days apart, to make sure that, like variation B has time to, to taper down, like variation A, the message there, the offer there, you make sure that it dies down first before you send that variation B message. All right, so how do you use this result? So how are our results used? So first you ask, did one message have a higher open rate than the other? All right, so these are the questions you need to ask. So when you're comparing A and B, you see which ones have a higher open rate. Now, if it's A or if it's B. All right, so of those messages that have been opened, all right, so which variation has a higher response rate? All right, you might see that A has been opened more or has been read more, but B might have, that higher response rate, the higher percentage when it comes to people actually responding to your text. So, all right, also you're going to ask yourself, did one of the message have a lower unsubscribe rate? All right, so that way, you'll be able to see, which elements of variation A are you going to keep, which elements of variation B are you going to keep, so you will have like a high open rate and a high response rate, which is actually what you're going to be looking for when you're doing SMS campaigns. So now when you do a campaign, that's the goal. You want your message to have, a high open rate, a high read rate, and then a high response rate or a high conversion rate. Now, more people who is going to be redeeming the offer, even though it's like a discount, but more people redeeming means more sales for the business, right? All right, so here are some, factors to take into account with the messages. So sometimes, when you do A/B testing or split testing, these messages, all right, so these messages, sometimes you'll have very much similar numbers coming up. So, you make sure, so why, to know why you're getting the same numbers, all right, so look at the tone. So does both message sound friendly, or professional? So, if both did sound friendly or both did sound professional at the same time, both variations were very professional, then it could take into account why, those message have, much similar numbers. Right, so you make sure, there's a difference in tone. One might be friendly and one might be professional sounding, so that you have actually, something to compare to. You have a factor to compare those two messages. All right. Also, keywords. Was the keyword compelling in one message compared to the other? Yes. Also, keywords sometimes can matter, and if you have like time to do some experiments, why not try some different keywords and see which ones work for business. All right. So price. So did one version, did variation A include the price, or both versions, both variations rather, include the price, or was there some way you put in the price there in those messages that made people like why people responded to them differently? And of course, the calls to actions. These are the calls to action, a very important factor to take into account when you compare your variations. So you got to think about how were your calls to action different, or did they both ask to text, reply, or some call to action you might want to redeem the offer, some you might want them to just text back, or something to that effect. So you make sure those calls to action are different. You see, so that you'll see which ones are responsive. All right. Also, time of day. Consider testing to see if sending at different times is a factor. Excuse me. Yeah. So send out messages at different times of the day. For one variation, send it out like probably around noon, and for one variation, you send it out at around late in the evening to see which one works best. And you can select different times of days for that's the essence of A/B split testing. All right. Now you get to experiment on these different factors. All right. Also, another factor is a subscriber list. So some of the campaigns may be more effective with the recipients living in suburban zip codes. That's just an example. So it depends on the subscribers you are targeting. Basically, that's what this means. All right. So how are you going to use these results? So you've asked those questions. You've seen those factors and how they were different. All right. So what you want to do, as you compare them and see the results, you might see, one message will significantly outperform the other. All right. So what you do is, the principles used in the most successful message, you can apply that to future campaigns. All right. And then you can split test more as you go along. All right. So you applied it to future campaigns, then you test it with another variation, and then as you continue, you make sure that every round of split testing is, every round of split testing makes sure that your campaign is getting more efficient and, you're getting more bang for your buck, basically. All right. Also, you can split test, more than two variations. They call it a multi-variate test. All right. So as long as you just do this so as long, when you have a really good list, you have a really large list. All right, make sure it's large enough for a good sampling. And if not, the 2 is fine. The 2 is perfect. Comparing 2 variations is perfect. All right, so A/B split testing and multi-variant testing are excellent ways to ensure marketing dollars are going where they pay off the most, and that each mobile campaign is most effective, than the last. So that's really the goal of split testing here. You make sure that each campaign is always more effective than the last. So no matter how well an SMS or text ad campaign performs, I always understand that there is always room for improvement. All right, that's since the slide before that says, all right, each mobile campaign is more effective than the last. All right, so before we wrap up, I know the slide said wrap up. So before we do that, so let's look at here features and reports. All right, so this is basically where you'll be able to see the numbers, where you'll be able to do the A/B split testing, where you'll be able to look into the numbers and analyze. All right, so no, all right, so this is where, all right, so opt-in. All right, so here's a opt-in, opt-out ratio here for all your lists. All right, so John is asking, do you have to use different shortcodes to do A/B split testing? Well, it is a device that you do, use different shortcodes, John, and the platform has that capability. However, as I said, there is also an alternative. If you don't want to do it on different shortcodes, you can do it on the same shortcode. Just make sure that if you send out variation A, make sure that let that offer die down first. Make uh, let it die down first, and then before you send variation B. So and you make sure that the 2 offers didn't mix. All right, that clear, John? Did I answer your question? Yep. All right. Also here, coupon usage. So there's a lot of numbers here that you can look into. Right, opt-in tracking. However, John, if you do use different shortcodes, it will be easier to track. Like here, when we're going into reporting, into the reports tab, we'll see like opt-in, opt-out. We can easily see, hey, what the difference is, because they are different entities. So it's much easier to read, much easier to analyze if you separate those two. If you separate them as 2 campaigns. All right, but if you, yeah, absolutely. Now, if you use the short codes, 2 different short codes, you'll be able to run them simultaneously, and you'll be able to see the results more quickly, rather than wait for a couple more days before you can run the second variation. So absolutely. So yep, so here you go in your reports, all the numbers are there, and all right, so wrap up. So we'll wrap up the whole SMS marketing campaign module, all right, for our SqueezeMobillionaire training webinar. So we're not going to be, I do think that this is going to be the last part of it for now. Of course, we might revisit some of this in the future, but I do think, if you have not yet, like, if you are looking into SMS marketing campaign, or looking into how to improve your own campaign, then I do believe that you guys already have the tools necessary to do that. All right, guys. So any questions before we wrap up the call? I do believe that you guys are already uh, to do this. All right. So Kathy is asking if you're going to put this training in the members area. Well, no, Kathy, but we'll make this available on our YouTube channel. All right. So we'll make this available on our YouTube channel. Just hit us up on our support desk. That is squeezemobi.zendesk.com, and Abigail or Jean will give you the link. All right, so I will upload this. I'll upload the replay of this soon as as soon as we wrap up. All right, so you guys can see, you guys can review and revisit these our training sessions. And yep, also, if you want a copy of the slides, you can also hit up Jean or Abigail in our support desk, and they will give you a copy of our slides, the slides. All right. So any more questions, guys? So I think I do hope that we're clear here, and I do hope that I have given you a lot of information about SMS marketing and how to do SMS marketing campaigns. All right, so excellent. All right, so did you guys enjoy the session? I do hope that you got a lot of new information in today's session, and with the past sessions that we've been doing, and so that I can improve on the future sessions, basically. So and next time we're going to be meeting, we're going to be looking at more different aspects of mobile, and we'll delve more and deeper into the mobile world. All right, so I do hope that you guys have enjoyed the session, and I do hope that you guys have learned a lot from what we've been doing over the past weeks, months that we've been meeting, like every Friday. So, all right, guys, so have a good day, and take care, everybody. And I hope you guys have a great weekend ahead. And to those in the U.S., again, happy 4th of July to you guys. And enjoy the weekend. Take care, everybody, and see you next time.